What's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome to 20 Minutes Tuesday. Not Tuesday, actually, it's right Saturday. I actually want to make a parody intro of Peter McKinnon's, but I don't think I have the time. I cannot roll intro. Okay, so I'm not gonna do the tutorial right now. I mean, now. I'll be doing it later because I'm going to an event. So I just want to give you a little bit of a backstory into how I actually come to do this. Sounds so weird. Okay, so I actually wanted to try out what do you call that, Dreamscape art form before. I actually attempted on doing this before, but then I failed because I didn't actually watch any tutorials, and I thought that I have enough knowledge of Photoshop to do it. And then after watching a couple of videos yesterday and today, I managed to do it. I actually really like the result. Here's the sample. I posted it up on Instagram, and then I actually asked like 3 people whether do they want to know how to actually do it, so hence this video. And then because I don't really know what to film, I actually didn't film anything today, so I'll be doing this today. I'm trying to make it as short as possible, and then I was inspired by this guy called Visuals of Julius. His name is Julius. I actually know him through Peter McKinnon. He actually has a video that introduces like a few Instagrammers that he follows, and then I've been following him ever since. So yeah, enough talking, I have to go to an event now. Then I'll see you guys later tonight. Okay, we're back. So that's 11. Still counts. It's still 3rd of August. So I'm gonna make this as quick as possible. Okay. So first, you have to download some stock images. Doesn't matter where you get it, but I personally get it from this website. It's called unsplash.com. So there's like a lot of photos right here. For example, I can type in like man walking forward. Okay. So for example, this image right here, I can easily just use this and this, and the picture that you see earlier in the video is actually from this picture, like the person in the photo. So I've downloaded my stock footage, so it's all in here. I have the mountains, I have the road. This is not the one I'm going to use. I have the guy, and then I have one more, which is a picture of the Milky Way. So this video, I'll teach you how to blend 4 of the pictures into one complete picture, and then tomorrow I'll teach you something more to add a little bit more flair into that picture to make it better. So first, fire up Photoshop. It's gonna take a while. Okay, so create new. Then I'm just gonna name this Dreamscape. Okay, so what I have here is actually 4:5. This is a recommended width and height for the aspect ratio of 4:5, 72 resolution. You can actually change this in the in the canvas if you wanted to. So it doesn't really matter. Okay, so put in all your pictures, the Milky Way, then enter, and the guy's picture, enter again, and the road, and then the mountains. Let's try to go one by one. What I did from the picture, for my first picture, I do the road first. So what I do for the road is I resize it to make it fit the whole canvas. Put it in the center, maybe to the side a bit. Okay, so that looks okay for me. We'll go down a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna do the background first. So as you can see here, the sky is actually, there's like a lot of things going on in the sky. It's not a clean sky, so it will be quite challenging to remove the sky. So what I did is quick selection tool. Okay, make sure that the layer is selected. Control D. Okay, yeah. So this is what I actually wanted. Then go inside, maybe make it smaller. Then alternate, whole alternate, and then just delete some of the mountains that you don't want to be in the shot, and maybe try to get like some of the skies in it. Maybe make it smaller a bit. Okay, so this point it doesn't matter. It can be a very rough selection. Okay, so what you can do next is select color range, and then the fuzziness it just has to be like somewhere in the middle. You can grab the example of the sky and then make it. So right here is the selection that we made just now, and this is like the mountain, so make sure it's like somewhere right. You don't want to take out the mountains completely, so somewhere in the middle like so. Okay, and then click on layer mask and then Command I for Mac and Control I for Windows. Okay, so you can see right here is transparent, became transparent, so you can see there's like kind of a rough edge, like rough edges right here, so you can clean it up with the eraser tool. You can make the hardness harder, then just clean it up a bit. It doesn't have to be very, like, what do you call that? It doesn't have to be very smooth. It can be very rough like that, and like that, and it looks nice. Okay, so this is actually transparent if we turn off the background. So that's what we actually wanted. So next we can put the mountain. Make sure you drag the layer behind, and then Command T or Control T, drag it up, and then boom, it's right there. The mountain is there. Doesn't look as good for now, but then this is actually what we wanted first. So the whole point of this first tutorial is to composite everything first. Like you put in the roads, so you put in the mountains, and then maybe the Milky Way. So we're gonna do the Milky Way right now. So same thing, quick selection, and then select quite roughly. Again, then alternate to not select that part. Maybe add a bit. So yeah, that's actually not too bad. And then again, select, color range, then eyedropper on the thing, on the clouds, and then okay, something like that. It should be fine. Then again, layer mask, convert, and then boom, it should look okay. Looks great. So you can just clean it up. Remember to clean up. Always clean up the edges. Wait, and in this case, because the mountain is quite far, so you can make the hardness quite less, so it looks better. Just clean up a bit. Okay, so we can make it bigger now to clean up the sky a bit more. So that looks pretty good for me. Then we can enable the Milky Way, make it bigger, make it way bigger. Maybe something like that we'll do. Yeah, that looks dope. It looks dope for me. Okay, so now the people, you can really see the people. So bring it up. Okay, so make sure the layer selected. So in this case, there's a lot of ways you can shake off this person out. There's like the brush tool, the pen tool. I would suggest using the pen tool, and then give you a little bit of an example. So using the pen tool, it doesn't have to be like click and then drag a bit and then make it very precise. It can be very as rough as this, or something like this. The picture that you saw earlier, it actually used this method to crop out the person, and took me like around 10 to 15 minutes. And the result is actually, I actually really like the result. So, but in this case, I'm not gonna use the pen tool. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm just gonna use the brush tool because we are running out of time, and then I'm quite tired. And I actually learned this from my college back in those days. Okay, somehow I found that using the eraser tool works. So it's not the brush tool. Then I used to use the brush tool. I forgot already. Okay, never mind. Whatever works. Okay. So Q to use quick mask, and then Q again, then V, and not V, T. Not T. I'm a bad Photoshop teacher. Select them first, then copy, paste. So boom, you crop out the person. So I'm just gonna make it very, wait for that. Not that perfect way, but let's reduce a bit. So make it very glowy. Yeah, I'm gonna make it very perfect. So make sure you're using your eraser tool to erase the sides. So the cool thing about doing Dreamscapes is that everything that you do, it doesn't have to mean anything. It can be your own like style. So doing this, it can actually be a style as well. So yeah, it's cool. Sometimes you don't have to worry about what you're doing to that like picture. Okay, magic tool helps a lot. And magic rod. Okay, so yeah, not a perfect mask, but then okay, boom. Okay, so okay, make this person a little bit smaller. Oops. Smaller. Okay, so it's not that obvious. Alright, so you have your person, maybe it's a little bit too small, make it good. Okay, cool beans. So you have a guy, you have the road, you have the mountains, you have the Milky Way. So all of these are very rough cuts, very rough maskings. So what's next is so this is where the magic happens. So I'm gonna start with what first? Okay, I'm gonna start with the Milky Way first. So what you have to do first is use the curves. So bring up the shadows, bring down the highlights, and then pull the midtones down. Okay, somewhere like that. And then make sure to pair this to the layer below, and then saturation, hue and saturation. You don't necessarily have to change the colors first, but then depending on yourself. For me, I usually lower down the saturation first, then we change a bit to the color that I want it to be, somewhere like that. And then the lightness, you don't have to touch the lightness first, like I said, you can do that afterwards. So make sure to pair this to the layer below again, and then for better organization, highlight all of the layers, make it a group, and you can name this Milky Way. So moving on to the mountains. So same thing, like the curves, bring up the weight. So this is why I mentioned you have to pair this to the layer below. So pair this to the layer below. See, so it affects only the picture that we're working on. Lower down the highlights, okay, to match the BQA a bit, and then lower down the midtones, somewhere like that. Somewhere around there would be good. Then same thing, the saturation. Can't really see. Pair it down below. Can't really see any difference here because the mountains is actually quite grey, so add a little bit like bluish. We can actually pick the colors on top, so it'll be easier, and then make it a bit bluish, and make still photos. Make it a little bit bluish, make the saturation harsher to see what the color what's the color that you're using. So make sure to blend this to the color of the Milky Way, somewhere like that, lower down with the saturation. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. So this is what it looks like before, after. So it makes a pretty big difference just doing that. Okay, so those three and this mountains. Okay, now to the road, same thing, levels and no levels. Wait, delete this layer. Curves, pair this down below. Shadows, highlights, and midtones. And it's a bit too much. Maybe hold down the shadow a bit. So it's all trial and error. Like it's all personal preferences. It doesn't have to be exactly the same like as I did, but this is just how I find it to work for me. Okay, so here and the color maybe a little bit too cyan. Hold down the saturation somewhere around there. That looks cool. It's slowly blending together. As you can see right now, it's so much better than how it is at first. Put this together again. Roll. Okay, the last layer. Same thing, curves. So shadows, pair, shadows, and the highlights, and the midtones. So what I'm doing for the curves, it all depends on the scene that you're setting. Because now I'm setting the scene for nighttime, and then the mountains, the pictures for the mountains is actually like morning. So that's one of the reasons why I'm lowering down the midtones and the highlights, and then bring out the shadows. Because at night usually you can only see the shadows for the mountains. Okay. So okay, where was I? Okay, curves. Something like that looks cool. And then the saturation. Bring down the saturation. Pair this down below. Remember, somewhere like that. Okay, so this looks pretty dope. Okay, not really. Alright. So pair this all together. Good. Call this guy. So you have all the layers right here, and then what you can do right now is add a new layer, and then this will be the overall the master color grading. So what I do is I brighten up the picture, add a little bit of contrast, and you can see everything started to blend together. This is looking great, okay, in my opinion. Okay, so curves, we can do the same thing as well. Put down the shadows, not too much, highlights, and midtones. Yeah, that blends a little bit too good. Okay, so maybe a bit of like colors into it. No, maybe not this one. So you can, there's something else that you can do as well, which is using the gradient map. Okay, so what I like to do is use the violet orange thingy, double click on the colors, make it maybe a little bit light blue. And this one maybe make it a little bit light orange somewhere around here. Okay, this one looks cool. And then lower down the fill, lower down the opacity, whatever you like, maybe to like 4%, yeah. So you can see everything is starting to become a whole, like together. And you can just add more layers. The most important thing for the last step is to add more layers, play around with it, see what works, see what doesn't. The key thing is the more layers that you add in the end, the more it will all blend together. So for this, compare to what it looks like earlier. Like, wait, let me show you. Let me close up all everything. yeah, so this is what we started with, and then this is what we have in the end. So what we can do for the final touch is using the brush tool X to make it like black, and then we lower down the hardness and the flow can be somewhere around 5% or 1% depending, and then just add a bit of like a vignette to the side. Make sure to create a new layer for that, always remember, and just paint it something like that. And then maybe a big chunk of blackness. So this adds a bit, this is not a very perfect vignette. I don't remember how they do it, so wait, let me change it. Maybe break it like that. Flow to 5%. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, this one looks cool. So adding a bit of a vignette gives that extra spice into the picture. So that's this. So it will look exactly how it looks like right now. So vignette is also one of the things that blends everything together, because it actually covers up a bit on the side, so people will be more focused on the middle instead of the side. And sometimes the side tends to go a bit off, and then the focus is more in the middle. So this is the very rough like step into blending everything together. It's all personal preferences, I would say. Like I started off blending the Milky Way with the mountains. Maybe you can start with the people, with the road. So blend two images first, and then blend the others together as well. And then remember the curves. How I did it just now. Like lift up the shadows, lower down the highlights, and then lower down the midtones. So if you follow all the steps, so this is actually what you can get from just using those simple steps. So this is not the final product, but it actually looks good. You can actually, if you would like to, you can actually post this up already on Instagram or anywhere, but then there's still a lot of steps to go through. This is just the beginning, the composition. Like I said, the first step is to combine everything, to know your composition. Like same goes with photography or videography. The first step is to know your composition or know your framing first before you start editing or you start filming. So I guess that's it for this video. It's actually quite long. I've been recording for like 32 minutes. I'm not sure what's the end product, but yeah, I hope you get a bit of an insight on how to do this kind of artwork. This is called the Dreamscape. I actually really love doing this. It's actually quite fun. So thank you so much for watching this video, and then I have to edit this video before tomorrow. I have to pack up my stuff before tomorrow. So hopefully I can make this video before. Hopefully this video will be done by today, or by the time you're watching this, then I made it. Okay, so yeah, see you guys. #BeDifferent. Don't stop and keep on creating. Peace out.